Hi there in Melbourne this week, again running Performance Measurement Blueprint Workshop. It's a public workshop, so we get a whole range of people coming along from different organisations. So we've got a large group that are really engaged. Anyway, I want to talk to you about a couple of challenges that have come up just in the last day or so, particularly around some of the measures that are being used within some organisations. So these guys have some targets that have been imposed upon them about what they're trying to do with their work and that sort of thing. And a couple of the targets or measures that they've talked about, there's things where they've got to get 80% of something done, say an action completed within 42 days. And these things have to be done then by the due date, which might be 30 June. And there's quite a few of these types of measures that are being used. And they're talking about them as being KPIs or about targets. The challenge with things like this is that they're actually not a measure. There's measures within them, but what you've actually got is at least two targets. So it's the 80% of something within a certain time frame, say 42 days, is that it's done by a certain rate, and there's also the 42 days, which is a target, but it's also the 80%, which is a target. So the only way to really figure out what's going on with the performance of that system is to get into it and unpack it, find out what the measures are. So what's the cycle time of completing those tasks? And what is the variance from 1 week or 1 month or different times of the year where there may be different workloads? And it's about really getting down to what is the measure and then separate the measure from the target. So there are two targets there. So then you're measuring or monitoring the percentage of things that are completed inside a certain time frame perhaps, but you're also then measuring the cycle time of those things that get done. Anyway, measures like this or targets like this, when they're about 80% of something within a certain time frame, are really difficult to manage. And with a couple of groups, they talked about a lot of the behavioural consequences that come from those types of targets. So the best way to deal with it is to separate out the measure or measures and separate the targets and really understand what's happening with performance. Anyway, I hope this has been of value, and thanks for watching.